What's up, folks? How is it going? I've only done this like once or twice before, but while I'm here, we're gonna do it. We got pretty good sunlight, and yeah, we're gonna do a before and after. So they've been in here for a day. So Monday they'll be moving into here. So we're just gonna flip the camera around, check the vegetation, and then on Thursday morning when they move, we're gonna go do it again. So I guess we'll kind of just walk around or this way, whichever way, and then we'll take a look. All right, so this is where the water trailer is. So this is a little bit of the low-lying grass we have here. This has rarely been grazed on, so that's why it's kind of struggles like this. It just gets old because no animal, well, no livestock is grazing it. So it just gets old, it gets gray, and it just stunts its growth. That's why we want to graze 99% of our pasture. All right, and then we have all the needle and thread, the rice grass, rabbit bush. So this is what saltbush. That's a number one favorite. That's like ice cream for these dudes. Juniper, they don't really bother. It's just a little shrubby ones. Rabbit bush, they don't even bother that as well. So we're trying to eliminate rabbit bush with this prescribed grazing type situation with the spot grazing. So this is what we're looking at right now. We'll stop right here and we'll kind of zoom in a little bit. So salt bush is nice and thick, especially over here. It's more salt bush. Come Thursday, they're gonna have ate a lot of this little green stuff that's coming out of here, like this. There's green, a little greenery in here. So they will eat that and they would nibble half of that down, which is what we're going for. Winter fat, that's a favorite. So we got a lot of that down that way. So they're getting a lot of their nutrition from that, the salt bush, along with the young little, what do you call that? The grandma. I always call it gamma for some reason. The blue grandma, the needle and thread. Needle and thread is good when it's young, when it's green. Once it starts developing the heads, they don't bother with it. So we try to, where there's an abundance of needle and thread, we do not, or we try to get them on there early spring when they're coming up. Wolfberries, they're coming back. That wolfberries coming back. A lot of them had just died of old age, I think. We'll just say old age. That's kind of like the direct terminology, I guess, from Navajo language. They say the bed or the chojo or something. Okay? So yeah, it's just like saying if the sheep don't graze, they just die of old age. I guess that's a direct translation to it. More winter fat on this side. Yucca, favorite of the goats. They'll eat that year round. We got the cactus. This is what we got. So a lot of this old stuff, they won't really nibble it. They're more likely just to walk in it, which is okay though. They're still, moving it around, putting a little bit of that energy into the root system, telling them that there's livestock here, you can start growing. More wolfberries on that side coming back. And not exactly sure, is that like bigger winter fat? I don't think so. Here's what that. This is a new one on this side. I think this is that stuff they call it Iljo. I'm not sure what the term in English is. Or is it just an overgrown winter fat? Might just be overgrown winter fat. I guess we'll ask. Anyone know what this is? It looks like an overgrown winter fat, right? There's a young one. Not sure. I think it is. All right, we'll keep moving. I know we have some galleta around here. Galleta. That it's kind of rare now, but I know we're gonna get it back. We keep moving the sheep and goats here. So we got the wash up here. We kind of just enveloped that. So the wash is nice. You got a lot of the salt bush coming down. And we'll walk the edge of the wash. And there's a lot more smaller vegetation as well. I'm not exactly sure what they are. Like some of the little red ones, they're really thin. They're really flexible. They're more in the wash area over here. In the arroyo. In Arizona, we call it a wash. The place, I think they call that like an arroyo, a gully, a ravine. There it is. That stuff. I'm not really sure what that is. But there's an abundance of them down here in the washouts. Some old wolfberries. They're starting to make a comeback slowly, especially further towards the ridge. More yucca. We'll try to follow the same path on Thursday. I'll probably not remember the exact path I walked, but I think we'll be close. Did I turn the water off? Yeah, I did. You gotta always second guess yourself, right? Like, did I turn it off? Here's the corner. Salt bush. Here's an older salt bush. It's like it kind of just died out. So we don't want that to happen to our vegetation. So we started doing this spot grazing with our herd. We want to restore the vegetation. Yucca. And all of that in port as well is when they're urinating here on the pasture, all that the nutrients in the urine is also leaching into the soil. Their manure that's left behind is spread out as well, and that stays here on the pasture versus just a concentrated pile of manure and urine at the corral, like the sheep pen, like how it used to be. So this is that. And these trees, I'm not exactly sure. My mom used to call it like yellow juniper or yellow tree, whatever. Not really sure what it is, but if y'all could help me identify it. They're like yellow on the inside. Here's a bigger one. Yeah. So it's actually Saturday right now, so we'll post this Monday morning when we move the dudes. Some old wolfberries. And we're back. So there's just a lot of needle and thread here. Their stems. I mean, these are just old. Look at that. And that's just lack of the livestock animal, like wildlife, not eating the vegetation. It's just and dying out. It's crazy. And then we get a little bit of the tumbleweeds, just because I think that's where the gophers dug and the field mice. Usually that's where you get the tumbleweeds and the Russian thistle, like ant hills, field mice, burrows, and gophers. And we're back. Say howdy, dudes. Well, that wraps it up. Well, that's the before. I know it's going to be a little longer, but it's okay. We're doing a little before, and then on, let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, when we move them, we'll do another, we'll do a walkthrough and after, and we'll see how much they've ate. It might not be exactly Thursday, it might be Wednesday, just kind of depends, but I know that's at least 2.5 days worth of vegetation for them. So that would actually be, yeah, I think Thursday would be good. Move them on Thursday morning. So 3 days, we'll just push it to 3 days just to kind of get them to nibble a little bit more down. Same with over here, back where they were before I moved them into this paddock. I thought that was like 2 days worth of vegetation, but it held them up for 3 days. And I moved them yesterday, so they've been in here for 1 day now. So they're moving on Monday. So I know this is similar to that in density of vegetation, which is good. And it's going to hold until Monday. Awesome. All right, y'all. We'll see you on the after again later.